What if you had a large Nerf rifle connected to mains power? And what if the trigger on that Nerf rifle was controlled by a servo motor? Wire the servo controller to a computer on your son's door. Aim the gun at the door. Add a camera and face recognition and LEDs, and you've got a room defense system. If you attempt entry without being recognized, you'll be shot. But if the system recognizes you, you can gain access safely. Here's my son. The door computer consists of a Raspberry Pi Model B, a Raspberry Pi camera, some LEDs and switches. Some schematics are available on a link that accompanies the video. The computer is powered from an old USB hub, which also supplies power to the servo controller and the servo which pulls the trigger on the gun. I've actually hacked the hub. The USB cable that powers the servo controller and servo, its data lines aren't actually used, so I've used one of them to take the GPIO output from the Raspberry Pi to activate the servo controller. I'm using an Adafruit Pro Trinket 3V at the gun end of things to fire the trigger. The servo is held in place with Lego Technic. The controller software was initially developed on a Gert board, which is a great device for learning your way around this kind of work. I was able to swap from the Gert board to the Pro Trinket without changing any software. This means my Gert board is freed up to use for other things. The Raspberry Pi software relies heavily on work done by Tony DiCola on his face recognition treasure box, which uses OpenCV and Python. I've extended that work to add a state machine which deals with the user interface and the switch that detects the door being opened. Here's the state machine in action for a positive face recognition. On a Raspberry Pi Model B, it takes a few seconds to recognize the face. The Raspberry Pi is just capable of powering 5 bright white LEDs from its GPIO pins. I use these to get a consistent illumination for face recognition. Finally, here's a test where face recognition has failed and the gun is activated. I hope this project proves useful to somebody. Thank you for watching and goodbye.